No, I just heard from inside up. Yes. On the News Express, Tinubu vows quality education jobs for Nigerian youths. NIMNET predicts dust haze, low visibility nationwide. Federal government begins teachers recruitment for Build a Throne initiative. NGX Group appoints Temi Popola as CEO designate. Plus, Nigerians' February crude export may dip despite plan to boost production. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express and Global TV, live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has said democracy must be progressive and inclusive, with a primary focus on addressing poverty through the provision of job opportunities for youths and the quality education of all Nigerian children. Receiving members of the National Working Committee, NWC, of All Progressive Congress on Thursday in Lagos, President Tinubu, in a statement by presidential spokesman Ajiru Ngalale, expressed support for the establishment of the National Institute of Progressive Studies, NIPS, by the party. The president noted that the institute is expected to conduct diligent research and educate all party members on the principles of democracy and good governance. While providing a distinct identity for the party, the president called on leadership of the party to target more youths and women in its e-registration and digital membership validation exercise, scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of 2024. Vice President Kashim Shettima has stressed the need for Nigerians in the northern part of the country to unite to end what he described as a heritage of poverty and destitution in the region. He called on Nigerians to resist any act capable of leading the nation into acne, saying people must learn to tolerate one another and live together in peace to enhance development in all parts of the country. The vice president stated these in Masaka, Nasarawa State on Thursday while inaugurating the 5-kilometer Masaka Levy Road in Karu local government of the state. He said it's easy to cause chaos but difficult to bring back peace. He therefore urged Governor Abdullahi Sule to continue maintaining peace in the state. Over now to Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy has announced the commencement of applications for teaching positions under its Build a Throne initiative program. A program which was launched early in December, according to the Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, will promote early technology adoption among senior secondary students. The program will run for 4 days in January 2024, and it is expected to have 1,500 students from 150 schools in 3 locations: Owerri, Maiduguri, and Abeokuta. The ministry added that the right candidates should be visionary educators, teachers, and enthusiasts who would be able to guide the next generation of tech innovators in secondary schools. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State on Friday signed the State 2024 Appropriation Bill into law. Promising to ensure its full implementation, the governor's spokesman Olawale Rashid said in a statement that the total approved budget was 273,908,994,410. Adeleke had presented the budget to the sitting of the State Assembly in November. The governor said the targeted budget of reconstruction and recovery was crafted to fast-track the revitalization of various sectors of the state economy. Still on the news, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted the likelihood of dust haze of Friday nationwide. NIMNET's weather outlook released on Friday in Abuja predicted the prevalence of dust haze across various regions of the country. The agency attributed this to a high concentration of dust in the atmosphere. He added that horizontal visibility will range between 2 kilometers and 5 kilometers in most areas. However, few locations within northern regions may re-encounter poor visibility with distances as low as 1,000 meters or even less. NIMET advised individuals to be mindful of the weather conditions and take necessary precautions to mitigate any potential health risks associated with the prevailing dust haze. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC Lagos State Command has decorated 790 promoted officers in the command. According to a statement by the state NSCDC spokesman, DSC Abdullurin Oluwaseun, on Friday, the decoration was done on Thursday at the state command's headquarters in Alausa, Ikeja. Oluwaseun said the state commandant Usman Afadare advised the promoted officers to justify their new rank with professional, operational, and administrative performance and be good ambassadors of the Corps. The promoted officers should not see the promotion as an advantage to intimidate their colleagues or reason to undermine the professional ethics and practice of our highly reverent and esteemed service, he added. The Managing Director, Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, Fidet Okeria, said that the corporation lost over 150,000 rail clips due to constant vandalism along railway tracks across the country between 2022 and 2023. Okeria disclosed this at the end of the year media briefing in Lagos on Thursday. He said that over 50,000 clips each have been vandalized between Lagos, Ibadan, Warri, Itekpa, and Abuja, Kaduna standard gauge tracks between 2022 and 2023. Okeria said the corporation had engaged in constant sensitization to communities where the vandalism took place to make them realize the implication of the act to the growth of rail networking in the country. You're watching the News Express live from the Nigerian's capital, Abuja, on Star Times Channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When News Express returns, Trump blocked from Republican presidential primary in Maine. The news continues shortly with details of this and more stories right after this break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Express. Thank you for staying with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, thank you for staying with us. This is News Express on Global Television. And over now to our foreign decks. Russia launched drone and missile strikes across Ukraine on Friday, killing at least 12 people and wounding over 70 in one of the biggest airstrikes of the war. The military said 158 missiles and drones were fired on Ukraine and 114 of them were destroyed. Ukraine is urging Western allies to maintain military support after the United States just released its final package of weaponry under existing agreements. Russia tried to overwhelm Ukraine's air defense across most major cities, launching a wave of Shahed attack drones, followed by missiles of numerous types fired from planes and from Russian-controlled territory. Building damage in 6 cities include warehouses, a shopping mall, and a maternity hospital, according to officials. Several other residential and warehouse buildings were damaged. Russian and U.S. space agencies have agreed to keep working together to deliver crews to the International Space Station, ISS, until at least 2025. Russia corporation Roscosmos said the space sector, including its so-called gross flights, that involves sending crews from different nationalities on one spacecraft, is a rare area of cooperation remaining between Moscow and Washington since Russia sent troops to Ukraine. It also aims to guarantee the presence of at least one representative of Roscosmos in the Russian segment and the presence of at least one representative of NASA on the American segment. Russia said in April that it planned to use the International Space Station until 2028, an apparent reprisal of an earlier announcement to quit the orbital laboratory after 2024. On business, the Nigerian Exchange Group has announced the appointment of Temi Popola as the Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer Designate of the group ahead of the retirement of the current GMD, Oscar Oyema, next year. According to a statement signed by the group company secretary, Obehi Ihagbe, on Friday, the appointment will take effect on January 1st, 2024. Also, the executive director capital market of the exchange, Jude Chiemeka, has been appointed acting CEO of Nigerian Exchange Limited. Nigeria's crude export for February is expected to see marginal decline according to data. Exports of four main Nigerian crude oil grades in February are set to average about 657,000 barrels per day. According to preliminary programs, down slightly from the previous month. The scheduled loading that it is coming as Nigerian push to exceed the 2024 crude oil production budget target of 1.7 million barrels per day. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Hannington Lapobore, said the country can boost crude oil production to 2 million barrels per day. The minister expressed his commitment to promoting collaboration with stakeholders to improve the country's oil and gas sector. Still on the news, the managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, Fidet Ohiria, has revealed that since the start of the free train rides, the corporation has moved over 63,000 passengers across the country between December 21st and December 26th. The NRC boss discloses during the end of the year media interactive session held in Lagos on Thursday. Ohiria commended the federal government for the initiative and encouraged the public to key into the initiative through the online platform, especially during and after the festive period. He also disclosed that the NRC was partnering with various organizations on its freight, as well as ensuring the safety of its tracks. Google has agreed to settle a consumer privacy lawsuit seeking at least $5 billion in damages over allegations it tracked users' data who thought they were browsing privately. In a court filing, the judge confirmed that lawyers for Google reached a preliminary agreement to settle the class action lawsuit originally filed in 2020, which claimed that millions of individuals are likely been affected. Lawyers from the plaintiffs were seeking at least $5,000 for each user it said had been tracked by the firm as they visited Google's analytics or ad. Managers in private browsing mode will not log into their Google account. In sports, according to the Confederation of African Football, Nigeria ranks fourth in terms of tickets purchased ahead of the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast next year. The 31st edition of AFCON have been slated to hold January 13th to February 11th, 2024. Across 5 cities on the south coast of West Africa and CAF on their official handle on Thursday tweeted ticket purchases. Ticket sales for Nigeria among the top 5 on the continent, says CAF. According to the data on football governing body X handle, a total of 12,544 tickets have been purchased by the country. The host nation, Ivory Coast, leads to the pack with a formidable 32,307 tickets sold, closely followed by Guinea-Bissau, 28,614, and Equatorial Guinea, 16,237. In second and third place, respectively, champion Senegal completed the top 5 in the number of tickets purchased with 10,959 figures. Bedford midfielder Frank Oyema says he is looking forward to representing Nigeria again at the African Cup of Nations for a second time in his career. After being part of the last AFCON team, which was played in Cameroon in early 2022. Despite making the last squad, Onyeka only played 15 minutes in Nigeria's 4 matches when he came on Kelechi Uwakali in the 76th minute during Nigeria's last group game against Guinea-Bissau since making his debut for Nigeria in October 2020. The 25-year-old has gone ahead to play 12 times for the country and will be looking for an opportunity to add more caps as Africa's biggest tournament. As we end the News Express, let's take a quick look at some of our top stories again. Tinubu has vowed quality education jobs for Nigerian youths. NIMNET predicted dust haze, low visibility nationwide. Federal government has begun teachers recruitment for Build a Throne initiative. NGX Group has appointed Temi Popola as CEO designate. We also told you Nigerians' February crude export may dip despite plan to boost production. And that's it on News Express, and it came to you live on Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good evening.